So I finished covering the fuselage and have sprayed it with a couple of coats of my matte finish, and it looks pretty darn good. I'm pleased with that. The hardest parts to get wrinkle free are these curves here, right forward of the cockpit, and those are some pretty wild curves. But boy, those really tightened up nicely, as did the whole rest of the fuselage. So yeah, that's gonna look good. So yeah. Okay, then now put that up here for now. The next thing that I'm going to be working on is a little bit more detail in the cockpit, namely cutting out the pilot. And it says down here in some of these directions that the pilot comes in 2 halves, and you're supposed to trim it so that there's about a 1/16 of an inch around the outside of it, and then cut these notches in. There's one there, there's one on the top, and presumably there's one on the other side there you really can't see. And those notches are what you use to line the 2 halves up together so that you can glue them and then trim and sand off the little 1/16 of an edge that you left on there when you cut it out. All right, so that's what the details say. So I'm following that direction, see how far I can take it and see if it's pretty accurate. And so what I've done is I've cut about a 1/16 of an inch around this guy. You know, he was on a flat sheet like this, and then notched these where it recommends to notch them. And now I'm going to cut out the back half, follow the same guidelines. I score around here first, and then it's easy to kind of break off after I've had it scored. So I'll follow that guideline. I'll cut the notches in and see if they line up close enough to be glued together, and then put a little paint on them and see how that's going to work. He actually looks a little bit too big for that. Maybe not. Okay, well, maybe not. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, a few more last-minute items here, and then we're heading toward the final assembly.